Let's play a game. So, I'm going to show you different kinds of creative output by humans, and you're going to tell me if it's an art or a craft. So, painting, sculpture, basketry, embroidery. Now, tell me who you think of gender wise who does this. So, embroidery, sculpture, painting, basketry. Our idea of what is art and what is craft is very much tied to the Renaissance. And this dude, a person I will perennially hate, basically the first art historian, Vasari. And he talks about certain things as being the finest of art. And even in that, certain things being the finest of arts. Some pigs are more equal. So painting is the highest of art. That conception keeps trickling down, and it's very important because it also ties into how much money the makers of these people make. And then the final death knell for a lot of these really finely made things, like basketry, which in many societies was made by men and women, is industrialization. And with industrialization, a lot of things that were craft can be made by machines. They become basically hobbies. So a lot of things like embroidery, knitting, basketry become hobbies of well-off women. Basically calcifies this idea that art is something that's a personal expression, that's a deep thought thing. And craft is something that women do and that really is just, repeated hand motion. I mean, anybody could do that. Also, those people who say that have never made a basket. My dying day, my children will complain about the times I made them learn basketry. It's hard as hell. This is really problematic for a lot of reasons. One of them is that actually doing a lot of these things are helpful for our minds and society. Being able to knit is good for people who need repetitive motion, not to mention people who need socks. During World War I, people who had PTSD, then called shell shock, were given the treatment of making baskets to help them get through that trauma. It's also why we only know the names of people who made certain kinds of things. Even when many of these crafts, like ceramic making, was something that was done by more men, it was seen as a lesser art. And so we often don't know the names of the people who made so many of the functional things that have made our lives better and more beautiful.